Hey there, what is up, journeyers? Nemo Ashong here, and thank you so much for letting me be a part of your actuarial journey. Now, I'm going to keep this one pretty short because I have to run off to work, and I'm sure a lot of you, well, I don't know when you're going to watch this, but I have to run off to work, so I'm going to keep this one short. But I think the thing here is really just connected with you real quick about this idea of doing what is easy, right? Doing what is easy so that you can get more done. And I bring that up to you today because I just had a series of different events take place in my life. I got the chance to give a workshop at Columbia University to aspiring actuaries, all about how they can differentiate themselves from others. I got a chance to do some career searching and some career reflection at work. I had a great call with two of my coaches in the last 24 hours, and I'll also add on to that another person that I meet from in terms of weekly accountability, where we just kind of discussed a whole lot of different things based on like what is the best way for me to help people out in the actuarial journey. And the end result of all this here is something that one of my colleagues told me. She's like, Nemo, you are really, really great at being present and being there in the moment. You're actually probably better at that than you are with any like planned materials. And that kind of set a seed in my mind. And all the various events that I kind of just listed out at the beginning of this have all kind of kept adding to each other and to help me realize that what's easy for me is the thing that is also best for you all. Why is that? Because that's what allows me to be there for you. That's what allows me to bring out new content. And that's what allows me to help you take the next step. And what's easy for me, especially right now, is being present with you, being live with you, and trying to personalize things to help you out, right? So it's a lot easier for me to come on and share my message through the podcast, through video, through live meeting, through in-person workshops and one-on-one sessions and group accountability sessions. That is where I shine. That is where things are just easy, easy, easy for me. And I'm just going to keep saying the word easy because, quite frankly, I've done hard. I've done hard, and guess what? Hard is like not only is it taking more time, it's taking more energy. The result is almost never as good as what I have in my mind, and quite frankly, I don't get the positive benefits of it. A during the process, and B afterwards, because I'm like, did it really come out? And did I spend too much time on this one thing? And should I have done that? Or like I'm not really all that creative in this sense here, and I'm a creative person, so that's actually saying some things, right? So it really comes back to like, whoo, got to do what's right for you. Got to do, like, the way I say is be more you. Be more you. And the more that you keep being more you, the better your results are going to be. The better your results are going to be. And it's so awesome. It is so empowering. It's one of those things where literally I was just like getting ready to put on my jacket and walk out the door. And I'm like, no, I need to share this with journeyers. I need to get out there and let people know that like it is okay to be more you. Now, through that process, it might be a little bit painful to like figure out like what is you, right? Who you are, what you're great at, what makes you shine, what comes easier to you, what comes easiest to you, What is the one thing that you can do that others might take them just so much more time to do? I can literally not plan on talking to you journeyers, and within like 2 seconds of getting the inspiration to do it, jump onto Facebook Live or onto my microphone or onto my webcam, whatever I want to do in order to communicate with you and share and talk and get a chance to connect and to help move you forward one step in your journey. And so, like, this has been my experience. And I can almost guarantee you that for most of you, doing live videos or talking may not be the way for you to go. That's not easy. What I'm not like, I want to make sure I'm clear here. I'm not saying that, like, if you want things to be easy for you, you should just go ahead and do videos or whatnot. No. In fact, I'm probably saying the opposite. There's no one solution here, and you'll find that with like where we're going with actuarial journey, where we're moving away from just like one path and more to a path of like, hey, there are different legs along the journey. There are different milestones that you should be hitting along your journey. Whatever order you hit it is probably going to be more based on you and what you're where you are in your journey. But you have to craft what that path looks like for yourself. There's a reason why we call journeyers and trailblazers, right? I look at a trailblazer as someone who's out there creating the path for them, right? A journeyer is someone who's is here. We're getting inspired. We're moving on the journey together. But are we taking the appropriate action based on us as an individual, right? And there are people I work with one on one. Like we're pioneers out there, right? We're creating new path out, like we're creating new paths all together for others to be able to come through. We're seeing where the solutions are, and we're doing it in a light, easy, agile way that just comes easiest to us. And by that, it allows us to go further. It allows us to go further, and we don't need every single trick underneath the book. Like that's a heavy book bag that you're carrying with you, right? It's a heavy toolkit. Instead, you're able to keep it light, right? By focusing on where am I heading right now? What comes easiest to me? Okay. Now, what is in my way at this moment? Great. Let me get rid of that. Let me meet with someone to help remove that roadblock, or let me find a way to overcome this obstacle or this challenge. All right, great. Took care of that business. Now we're moving forward again because I got this and I'm doing it the easy way, right? So take some time real quick and think about it for you and on your journey, right? Let's go ahead. Let's break it down into if you're looking for an entry level job, right? If you're looking for an entry level job, what is easier for you than it is for other people? What is that thing that like you don't have to think all that much about, but others may? It could look a lot of different ways. It could be that, you are really, really great at making videos. Let's say you went with that. So maybe at the end of an interview, you go ahead and you put in and you send them a video interview. A video interview, a video thank you. That's something that I actually ended up doing in my current role, where after I got done, rather than just sending the email, I also took some time to record a video, put it up on YouTube, send each of the people that I talked to a link, and ultimately I got the position. Right now, there were two things. Firstly, that was very easy for me, and secondly, the role that I was going for kind of it fit, it made sense with that. Right, for you in your actuarial journey, what makes sense? Is it easier for you to write macros or use Access and database to do different things? Well, how can you use that on your journey to help inspire potential employers, like get that understanding that like, yo, I'm awesome. This is something that comes really easy to me. It doesn't matter what proprietary software you have. Note that I am just good at understanding systems and being able to translate that very quickly into results, right? And if I can learn macros on my own, or if I learn the process of learning macros, then I can learn anything, right? And I cannot wait to bring that to the table. It may not have anything to do with any of these things. Maybe you're musical, maybe you're artistic, maybe you're hands on. Maybe you're really great at doing research, and your way of what's easiest for you is just to go out there, find a whole bunch of information on a specific topic and such. Maybe that's what you include in some follow-up emails, or maybe that's what you include in some of the ways that you reach out and interact with people when you're making your connection for the first time. Hey, I did some research. I saw that you were interested in XYZ as it relates to the actuarial profession. I thought that topic was really cool, and I did some additional research on top of it. Have you seen these articles, ABC, 1, 2, 3? For me, I found them to be really useful. Would love to talk to you about it sometime if you have the chance. Peace out. No, not peace out. But all the best, Nemo. Right? And like that kind of an email is going to go way further than, hi, I'm interested in learning more about the actuarial profession. Can we go ahead and have a one-on-one? Can we set up some time? Not to say that the latter isn't good, but what's going to get you further? Right? What's that thing that's like so easy for you that just makes you go, it makes you sparkle, makes you shine? What's your golden thing? Right? Keep thinking about this here. Maybe when it comes to exams, right, you just have this innate ability to just sit in a room and just work. I had a roommate. Actually, he lived across the hall from me in my freshman year, and the longest period of time, it's like, yo, what happened to this guy? You know, he just disappeared. Like, where did Nikhil go? And we're like, he's like, it was really funny. He could hang out with us like all day, and it would look like he was doing absolutely nothing. He was just like chilling and such. But he had his process, and he had something that worked out so much better for him, where he can get to a certain part of the day and just zone in. His focus was like just right there. And he not only did this person that looked like, you know, he was having a lot of fun, or like was pretty available. Not only was he able to stay focused and stuff, but he used that extraordinary skill of his to actually graduate a year early. You know, so let's bring that maybe for you and you're studying. Maybe you're really good at, you know, studying on your own, you know, setting aside the time and just putting in that time to study. Well, find a way to continue to make that work for you. Or maybe you work best in like group settings, right? So please don't feel like for me, I found that what worked really well for me with studying was to have a friend that was also at the library, and we were completely different majors: political science, and I was economics. You know, and we would both go to the library together, or I would see him in the library, and I would move my spot to where he was, and and we would just sit there focused, getting the work done, and then one of us might like look up at each other and do like a little shimmy, a little something like this, you know. And for those of you that are listening just audio wise, you just missed out on some really great dance moves. I consider them to be really great, but what I'll ask you to do is just kind of fill in the blanks in your mind as to how that went, right? So I have to take off here, and I think all of you have to take off as well. But I think like the idea here is like, please do not let what like oh, actually the quote that's coming to mind is, don't let other people should all over you. You should do this, you should do that, hey, you should do this, hey, everyone else is doing this, you should do it too. Instead, you know, and even take this with a grain of salt, because like it would be hypocritical for me to say don't let everyone tell you should, or don't let everyone shit all over you, if and then I'm going to do the same thing. No, you know, take this, put this into your toolkit, and use it as you see fit, you know. But like, think about the power of, if every minute that you put into your actuarial journey, you got exponential returns as compared to someone else who is doing the same thing. What's happening right now, at least in my mind, is that a lot of people have been successful doing certain things. And those certain things have become, quote unquote, the standard, right? And then other people try and do the same things that came naturally to the people who were successful, and quite as you might expect, since it's unnatural, or since it isn't their natural way of going for them, they're getting less results, right? The results are not shining. They're not standing out from employers. They're not passing exams on the first time. They're not getting promoted in the way that their colleagues are. And it's because they're playing a game that where the rules are stacked against them. How about this? Let's play a new game. Or in the actuarial journey terms, let's take a new path. Let's blaze that trail. Let's go out there and pioneer and find the thing that works for us. It is hard work. It is not easy stuff. Like, plain and simple, not easy. I'm going to admit, you know? But with it, it is also incredibly rewarding. And it's a thing that moves you up to the next level. I could still be sitting around saying, I really need to make an email right now. Writing is very difficult for me because I'm a perfectionist. And when I get the chance to like craft each word specifically and make sure that all of the thoughts combine into a very cohesive aspect where one thing adds to another. Notice that even as I'm thinking about writing here, even as I'm thinking about writing, I'm like, my tone changes, the way that my verbiage changes, right? Every single aspect. Like, it's so weird. It's just like this, it's something that most people would think you need to do, right? But maybe you don't. Most people might think, hey, you need to plan out before you go ahead and talk on a Facebook Live so that everything comes out and you're all prepared and everything like that. Guess what? I've been preparing for this particular call for the last 30 years of my life. How? By preparing on how I can be unprepared, or not even unprepared, because it's not fair. It's not fair to me to say that I am unprepared, because I'm so prepared. I'm probably more prepared than most others. You know, what I've been preparing for was to be able to connect with people through technology, through any means necessary, to help them take another step forward on their journey, and to also communicate what I'm trying to say in a clear way that can really make some emotional connections, right? I'm here to connect, develop, and empower you. That's my ultimate job and goal, right? Whether you're a friend of mine, whether you're a journeyer, whether you're a trailblazer, a pioneer, whether you're a coworker, whether you're a family member, like that's what I'm here on this earth to do. And to do that, I've been preparing for a very long time. It might seem like I just picked up the phone and started talking away, but that's not it. We're playing a very different game here. We're taking a different path. We're taking a less crowded path. We're taking the path that leads most quickly to success. It's not a shortcut. It's a smart cut. It's a cut that's based on you. It's a cut that makes your life easier while getting you monumental results. But it's not easy. It takes work. You heard it. I gave the presentation. I reflected on that. I got some comments from my friends. I reflected on that. I got some comments from my managers. I reflected on that. I had some time in a session to think about that and really kind of codify some of my thoughts, and I reflected on that. I got some feedback from not one but two different coaches that I have, and I reflected on that. It takes work, but guess what? I can smile here and just know that for my experience with Actuarial Journey and with connecting with others just in life, I have found my secret sauce, right? And the secret sauce might change later on, but for now, this is clearly the easiest way for me. And as such, it is the best way for me. And through that, it is the best way for you. So don't let anyone shoot all over you, but spend the time to understand what resonates with you and connect that, translate that into a way that can help others or help you reach your goal. I like to think if you can help others reach their goal by reaching your goals, then in that case, you end up winning on multiple levels. All right, so I'm going to take off. I will catch you on the flip side. Here is to your continued success. Journey on. Peace out. Bye.